Hello students, today we are going to deal with the icebreakers of the chapter on saying please. The first activity given over here is list the words of courtesy that we use in our daily life. Discuss them with your partner and explain the purpose of using each. First word of courtesy is thank you. To express gratitude without taking away the credit. This is very important, children. You have to express gratitude, but don't expect any credit in return. Please, to express request. Request that makes a person feel important and you express with politeness. Sorry, to admit the mistake. Admitting the mistake to swallow our pride. That makes you humble, that proves you humble in the eyes of the society, children. Then, excuse me, to take permission when we interrupt anyone talking. This is the way you seek their permission. Yes, sir, to agree with. You are welcome. Expressing politeness when someone thanks or expresses gratitude. You use this word. You are welcome. No problem. To give consent. You don't have any problem. Right? It's all right. To accept freely. Understood? These were the words which were used to express your courtesy, and the purpose of their usage is being mentioned in the second column. Now the next activity, children, given over here is listed below are a few character traits of people. Some are positive while others are not. Take the ones you feel desirable. Out of these many qualities, these many traits, personality traits, what traits you feel they are desirable. I'll read out first and then we will read those desirable traits as well. Conniving, insensitive, sly, humorous, knave, benevolent, aggressive, scheming, wise, egoistic, manipulative, rude, boastful, humble, servile, territorial, patronizing, generous. Now let's check it out. Which are those personality traits which are most desirable in human beings? Humorous, knave, benevolent, wise, manipulative, humble, patronizing, and generous. Third activity given over here is etiquette and manners are very important. Read the following and put them in proper columns. There are 6 etiquette and manners given over here. We have to put them in the proper column of being appropriate and of being inappropriate. To receive phone calls while you are in a lecture or class. This is inappropriate. We can't receive a phone call while we are delivering our lecture. To knock before you enter your principal's office. This comes under the column appropriate. You should seek permission before you enter the principal's office. To thank the person who offers you tea or coffee. Obviously, you should say thank you to the person who has offered you something to eat. Okay. Now, next is to be polite and courteous to others. Obviously, you have to be very much polite and courteous to every one of us who are living in and around our family, our society, our community, and to a larger extent in the whole world. So this comes under the category of appropriate. To occupy the seats reserved for ladies or physically challenged or elderly people on a bus or a train. This is very inappropriate behavior. This comes under the column of inappropriate behavior, children. Explain the following with examples. Humility. Humility is the given word, which means the state of being humble. Humility, I feel, is the quality of being modest, children. When the Indian captain scores a century in a cricket match and wins the match, he still expresses his gratitude to his teammates and refers the win as a teamwork. He is humble to feel as just a team member who has made his own job of contributing to the success of the team. His humility was his greatness. Next word is self-esteem. Self-esteem is how one feels about one's own self. With low self-esteem, one loses belief in one's ability. If one person is continuously criticized and compared with others, she is likely to experience lowest self-esteem. On the contrary, motivation can help him grow positive attitude to accomplish his job. Person's self-worth or personal value. The sentence given over here is, the credit of my success goes to my self-esteem. Third word is gratitude. The quality of being grateful. Gratitude is the state of being grateful when we are happy with the things happening to us, children. We count our blessings, that is, we express our gratitude to God. The more we show gratitude, the happier we are. That is why saying thank you to someone who has helped, maybe in a small way also, is very important. And remember, children, when you are not saying thank you to human being, that proves you are not grateful to your Lord also. And if you are saying thanks and expressing your gratitude to each and every human being who is helping you out, that proves you are a wonderful person who is full of gratitude for your Creator as well. The sentence given over here is, I extend gratitude to my parents for their love and support. Fourth given word is courtesy. Showing politeness in behavior. Courtesy is an act of civility and respect. When a conversation is going on and you want to express your point of view, you must follow the courtesy to say, excuse me, I am sorry to interrupt. The given sentence over here is, if you treat people with courtesy, they will be nice to you. Generosity. The quality of being kind and generous. Generosity literally means freedom from meanness of character. This quality gives us the feeling of readiness in giving. This is not restricted to financial help. It can be an attitude of forgiving someone's mistake and giving credit or help to others sincerely and not just showing off. Sentence given over here is, really, your generosity made me speechless. Sympathy. Sympathy is fellow feeling for others at their hour of need. When the disastrous flood happened in Kerala, the entire country sympathized with the people of Kerala and donated generously to give them back their normal life. Given sentence over here is, we should express sympathy for COVID-19 victims. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand what another person is feeling. An example of empathy is to feel excited for your friend when he or she scores good marks, as you have experienced the same feeling maybe a year ago. Our empathy for little children is our real greatness. There's a little difference between sympathy and empathy, children. That slight difference you all have to understand. Next activity is group discussion. A discussion of a group of people who gathered formally or informally together to discuss ideas, solve problems, or make comments on a particular subject. Group discussion is an important activity in academic, business, and administrative spheres. It is a systematic and purposeful interactive oral process. Here, the exchange of ideas, thoughts, and feelings take place through the communication. It also takes place in a systematic and a structural way. The participants sit facing each other almost in a semicircle and express their views on the given topic, issues, or problem. As a student, it helps you to train yourself to discuss and argue about the topic given. It also helps you to express your views on serious subject and in formal situations. It improves your thinking, listening, and speaking skills. It also increases your confidence level. Now, the given discussion over here is, have a group discussion on the topic, the need of soft skills at workplace, with the help of the given points. Now, diagram has been drawn for you all. The teacher begins the group discussion. What does she say? Good morning, students. You all know that we are going to discuss on a special topic today, the need of soft skills at workplace. I know that you are well prepared, so let's start to discuss. Who would like to start? Ma'am, I will start. I think, first of all, we should try to judge our workplace first. No doubt, our school is our workplace. We should develop our creativity and positivity while studying language subjects. We have lots of scope to do for it. Next person tells, well, that might be true. I agree with Sonali, but I think there must be a proper communication between all of us. Most of the students in our class are still lacking self-confidence and self-respect. That is correct. We all need to work together. Our teamwork will surely help to develop our personality. Our enthusiasm and self-motivation will surely make us successful. Next person tells, sure, Sangeeta, it's right. Personality is very important factor in our life. I think leadership must develop among us. School is the proper workplace where we get opportunity to develop it. I think from tomorrow we should try to implement all these things. Responsibilities should be distributed properly. Each and every student of our school must get an opportunity for showing individual ability. After all, our school is our future. Our team spirit and our self-motivation is the source of our improvement. Keep it up. This was the example given over here of group discussion on the topic, the need of soft skills at workplace. Another activity is of true or false. Bitter problems in day-to-day life can be solved by sweet words. It's a statement which is quite true. Great wars could have been avoided by a little courtesy. True. Observance of etiquette in a normal situation is important, but more important is their observance when the situation is adverse. Really true. Words like please and thank you help us in making our passage through life uneasy. False. The law permits anybody to use violence if another person is discourteous. False. Next activity, let's move on. Select the most appropriate sentence which suggests the theme of the essay. 4 sentences are given over here. The essay tells us about courtesy, civility, morality, responsibility, and control. The essay explores the difficulties that can be incurred by an individual when dealing with the public. Third sentence, one can keep one's peace of mind without having to lower themselves to the level of the perceived offender. Fourth given sentence, people with low self-esteem are generally difficult to work with and they look down upon others to get a feeling of superiority. The proper answers are, which goes with the theme of the essay. The first line, the essay tells us about courtesy, civility, morality, responsibility, and control. Second line, one can keep one's peace of mind without having to lower themselves to the level of the perceived offender. Next activity is find the reason for the liftman's uncivilized behavior. Here 4 lines are given, but I want to throw light on that. The liftman threw the passenger out of the lift because the passenger did not bother to say please, to request him to press the button for going to the top floor. The liftman was punished with a fine and the passenger went scot-free as law had no punishment for discourteous behavior. The passenger's misbehavior hurt the liftman because his self-respect had been insulted, probably because of his lower social status than the passenger. Got the answer? This was the real reason for the liftman's uncivilized behavior. Now the next activity is list the people and their behavior that made the passenger rude and ill-mannered. Housemaid, answered the cook back. Cook behaved rudely with the employee's wife. The employee's wife had made her husband obey her during breakfast. The employer did not say good morning to his employee, the passenger of the lift. The employee was discourteous to the liftman as his employer did not wish him. Finally, the liftman threw the passenger out of the lift because of his uncivilized behavior of not saying please. This was the order of the behavior made by different people. Next activity, children. Good manners are required in our daily life for making our social contacts more cooperative and friendly. Illustrate the behavior of the polite conductor with different people in various situations. The right situation is the writer's sensitive toe was trampled on. The conductor said sorry with an apology and courtesy. In the rainy season, dealing with people, the conductor will run up the stairs to give someone the tip that there was space inside. Dealing with old people as considerate as a son. Dealing with children remained as solicitous as a father. Dealing with young people involved in merry jest with them. Dealing with blind man helped the blind person to reach the pavement and sometimes made the bus wait to put the blind person on his way. This was the list of polite behavior of a conductor at various situations with different people. Next activity, children. Write the impact of good temper and kindness on society in the light of good-mannered conductor. Here is the given flow chart. It makes people feel happy. It helps to develop proper communication and understanding. It teaches us self-respect and self-discipline. It teaches us politeness, kindness, and good manners. We learn the habit of sharing things and adjusting each other. According to the writer Gardiner, goodness begets goodness as a bright and sunny day makes us feel cheerful. Similarly, a rude behavior gives birth to unpleasantness, which can lead to violence, children. He wanted to prove his point by giving the example of a good-natured, decent bus conductor who could have easily thrown him out of the bus since he forgot his wallet and had no money to pay his fare. Calling it a common excuse, he would have misbehaved, but he did not make any unpleasant remark and allowed the writer to travel. On another occasion, the conductor trampled with his heavy boot on the writer's foot but profusely apologized. The writer also had observed that during rainy season he showed his concern for the passengers and guided them to empty seats where they would not be drenched. He was equally pleasant with both young and old passengers. For blind passengers, he made it a point to put them on the pavement, and if required, he would not mind stopping the bus to put the blind person on his way. This might be small gestures, but are very important to maintain a healthy atmosphere in a society, and the writer strongly recommends such politeness as necessary moral values. This should be your opinion, children. A modest calling can be made dignified by good temper and kindly feeling. Explain the statement with example. Modesty is the most valuable ornament of human life, but unfortunately, it is not visible everywhere. Modest calling helps to develop good temper and kindness among us. For example, the watchman at the school gate makes the school environment cheerful by saying good morning, hello, how are you, goodbye, take care, etc. The modesty we find in school bus driver is really praiseworthy. His kindness shows humanity in him. There is no law against bad manners, children. But it is also true that law cannot teach anybody to be civil. Understood? And the peaceful coexistence is only possible with the help of good temper and kindness. Small gestures can bring smile on the face of the person. For example, the liftman did not demand anything impossible, but just a courteous please to be added to the instruction given to him. For the passenger, it was not at all a tall claim which was not possible for him to fulfill. A small gesture from him, somebody lower in social status than him, could have solved the matter amicably. But the matter was dragged into a bitter ego clash, leading to a fine imposed on the liftman for physical violence. The ultimate victim was probably the liftman's dependent wife, who had no choice but to tolerate. Similarly, the bus conductor had every right to throw the writer out of the bus, as he did not have money to pay his fare. But he avoided the ugly scene and allowed him to travel. When he trampled on the writer's foot with his heavy boot, he was quick to apologize. Thus, courteousness might not be a legal offense, but it is definitely a moral offense, children, which can be easily rectified by practicing restrained courtesy. But we need to groom ourselves for achieving all these qualities. Understood, children? So, modest calling can be made dignified by good temper and kind feeling. Next activity is the service of the police is necessary for the implementation of law in our society, right? Whether we require this service for good social environment. Obviously, the service provided by police is really called the pillar of our protection. The threat of law and the lesson of courtesy will surely help to create ideal society. We require legal services for creating good social environment, protecting society from all dangers, to teach us rules and guidelines, to learn self-discipline and good manners, to learn equality and human rights. These were the activities. In the next lecture, we'll go with some more activities, inshallah. Thank you.